Good evening. We're going to get started, so if everyone can find their seats. Thank you. So I just want to thank you all for being here at the first annual Community Impact Social Justice Awards. Thank you so much. I am Angelica Ladd. I work in community relations at Dartmouth Health, and I am your MC for the first half of our event tonight. So I just want to thank you all for being here. And I'd first like to welcome tonight our fearless leader for our BIPOC Employee Resource Group at Dartmouth Health. Alicia Robinson has been a mastermind and has worked so hard, not only in the Employee Resource Group, but for her relationship in human resources at APD. So she works so hard for everyone. So please welcome Alicia. She's going to give an overview of what the event is tonight.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Makes me so emotional that you guys are all here. So I am the chair of the BIPOC Employee Resource Group, and why you are sitting in this room, it was a dream actually that we had that turned into this great reality. In February, during Black History Month, we were trying to decide what we wanted to do to celebrate. And we really wanted to give homage to the past and honor the road that has been paved for us, but we really wanted to stop kind of celebrating the past and really start celebrating the present and the future. And the way that we decided to do that is to start highlighting the social justice work that is being done in all of our communities. And so we came up with the Community Impact Social Justice Award. We did some very good recruitment. We had 29, I believe, nominations and narrowed it down to 9 finalists. And yeah, so we picked a logo, which is amazing. And yeah, I didn't really prepare anything to say because I wasn't sure what was going on. But yeah, so that's where this event came from. I'm gonna thank them in the closing as well. But I'm gonna thank them now too. But my entire team, the entire BIPOC ERG has been amazing. And we actually wouldn't be, our matriarch is actually in the building. This ERG wouldn't even exist without Dr. Anais Ovaye. So I've got to give it up. Her one-on-one interviews with all of us telling us why this ERG was so important, we wouldn't be here. So Anais, thank you so much for making your dream a reality, and this event is just as much yours as it is ours, and I appreciate you very much. Okay, so I'm going to pass the mic back to Angelica, and we are going to start with our award presentation.
Thank you. All right. So our first award of the night is the Dartmouth Health Employee Award. And to present that award, we have with us today our Assistant Vice President of Diversity, Equity, and Belonging. Please, everyone, give a warm welcome to Dr. Terry Milcom.
I do want to just reiterate what an exciting moment this is, and to really acknowledge the work of the BIPOC ERG, because all they need is just a mustard seed, and they take a mustard seed and they just turn it into a flourishing and blooming event. So congratulations to all of you. Recognizing the Dartmouth Health employee is really about recognizing an employee of our system who has shown and demonstrated and committed themselves to dismantling injustices and to creating an equitable and a fair workplace. So we have 3 finalists this evening, and while they are all listed in your program, I would like to take a moment just to share a little bit more information about them as their nominations came through. There were some really beautiful things said about all of them, and I can't take all night because I really could go on and on about them, but I'm just gonna briefly share some more information that you may not know. I'm gonna start first with Jessica Smith. And Jessica works at our pediatric endocrinology outpatient clinic for the Dartmouth Health Clinic in Manchester. And Jessica is a tireless advocate for the patients we serve in the clinic and in the community. She's dedicated to improving healthcare equity and access for transgender youth. Jess runs the gender clinic at Dartmouth and not only seeing her own panel of patients, but also stewarding the program as it leads, as the lead architect to ensure that gender affirming healthcare is available to transgender teens in our area. She remains informed about anti-trans legislation in the state and ensures that we are all involved in speaking out against these harmful proposed laws. In her role, she has also helped to create events for the community, and in addition, she serves on the board of the, excuse me, my boss is here, PFLAG Seacoast. She does all of this quietly and without fanfare or expectation of recognition. Our next finalist is Amanda Jordan Smith. And Amanda works at Mount Ascutney Hospital and the Health Center, and she is part of Volunteers in Action and is the program lead there. Some words shared about Amanda. In her role as the Volunteers in Action coordinator and as an engaged member of the Upper Valley community, Amanda has been a visible and vocal advocate for our unhoused BIPOC and LGBTQ+ community members. Many of the efforts in which Amanda played a key role have been highly visible, like the historical marker commemorating the long obscured history of Dinah, a Black woman who was enslaved in Windsor, Vermont, as well as the town's now annual Pride celebration and the inaugural Mount Ascutney Hospital and Health Center Community Health Fair. That said, her tireless work through Vermont to ensure, through the Volunteers in Action to ensure that our unhoused elderly and isolated community members have access to food, shelter, and services represents a day-to-day commitment to social justice, DEIB, that makes Amanda truly worthy of this recognition. And our third finalist is Alicia Robinson. And Alicia is the DEI program coordinator and HR business partner at Alice Peck Day Memorial Hospital. Alicia gets things done. I don't know that I really need to say much more than that. But I will, because there's room to say that. But simply, Alicia makes things happen. She is the leader of the BIPOC ERG and has made several connections to several civil and social organizations in the community in order to maximize the voices in the Upper Valley that are seeking allyship in gender and racial struggles. Alicia's energy, her warmth, and leadership have cultivated so much. She is very deserving of this award for the social justice work and that she does in our workplace and outside of it. So as you've heard, we have three phenomenal finalists who are absolutely deserving of the award. And as I handed the envelope, the recipient of the Dartmouth Health Community Impact Social Justice Awards in the category of Dartmouth Health Employee goes to Alicia Robinson.
Here I am again with nothing to say. Thank you all so much. I always say that the reason that I do this work is because I believe in this place. I believe in the Upper Valley, and I believe that we can make it a better place and a more welcoming place for everybody. I moved here 2 years ago from Seattle, away from everything that I've ever known, and to a place that is unlike a place that I've ever been. And to be embraced by this community, and to be able to say that I have amazing coworkers and amazing friends here now is amazing. And I appreciate all of your vote of confidence. And I promise that I will not make this award just something that you're speaking. I will live and work it every single day. Thank you so much.
Listen, DEIB work is about so much. It is especially about building community. And we have, I think, 8 or 9 employee resource groups. And tonight I get to welcome Lauren Chambers, who's one of our co-chairs of the Emerging Leaders Employee Resource Group at Dartmouth Health. And she's going to be giving away the award for youth, in the youth category. So Lauren, come on up.
Hi, everyone. All right. So my name is Lauren Chambers. I am one of the co-chairs of the Emerging Leaders ERG. The Emerging Leaders ERG fosters networking, free thinking, allyship, and community in order to cultivate the next generation of leaders. We seek to make a difference by enabling our colleagues to explore career paths in the healthcare system, to meet new people, to expand their knowledge and expertise, and to develop mentoring relationships. We're honored to sponsor and present the Youth Award to a New Hampshire young person that truly embodies what it means to be an emerging leader. We have 3 incredible emerging leaders to tell you about. The first nominee is Anthony Fosu. Anthony is a first-generation student at Dartmouth College, class of 2024. He is known for his outreach and commitment to social justice advocacy, efforts to decrease inequalities, and disparities, and his personal mission to create opportunities for underserved and vulnerable populations. He is active in a variety of leadership roles on campus, and some of his accomplishments include helping to form the Racial Justice Coalition and serving on the committee, coordinating efforts to subsidize pre-law application fees for students, hosting over 12 student panels to amplify the voices and concerns of students from marginalized populations, leading the NAACP Dartmouth chapter to provide mentorship for Boston Tech High School students, as well as hosting alumni and career panels for BIPOC students, coordinating Dartmouth's Black Legacy Month full of events and fostering connections, and many more. Anthony hopes to be a lawyer one day, pursuing a career in education advocacy. Our second nominee is Fisto Daishimai. Fisto is considered a rising star, advocate, and leader in the greater Concord area. Since arriving in the U.S. 6 years ago, he has quickly made an impact and demonstrated how one person can truly make a difference. Fisto is a voice for the underrepresented areas of Concord and refugee and new American families. He has built relationships with city leaders to encourage expanded outreach and support for refugee families. He is the creator of Importance TV on YouTube and winner of the Eugene Rudolph Technical Award by Concord TV, and also a lead organizer for Change for Concord, a diverse group of young adults working to improve quality of life for all residents through social interaction and activism. He is also the community engagement liaison for the leadership team of Concord Green Space, advocating for smart growth, equitable development, and climate action. Fisto plans to work towards a degree in communications and then hopes to go on to law school. Our third nominee is Raya Patel. Raya uses her voice, leadership, and vision to inspire her peers and community leaders to care about refugee families in the Granite State and ensure academic success and connectedness for the next generation of leaders. In 2021, Raya formally established New American Scholars, a 501c3 providing refugee students in New Hampshire the resources and supports to successfully transition into their school communities, reaching over 100 students in New Hampshire With the help of 26 volunteer tutors, the program continues to grow, joining with more and more partner nonprofits with the same goal of fostering belonging. Raya was instrumental in the development of the Ed Tech project, which uses adaptive learning technology to create personalized instruction, allowing tutors to adapt learning plans to each student's unique needs. Raya's New American Scholars is helping to close the achievement gap between refugee students and their American-born peers, and allows tutors to gain understanding of different cultures, forming welcoming school communities. Raya also collaborated with other organizations to enhance educational opportunities for refugee students in New Hampshire, including a reading and writing program with Southern New Hampshire University, an online study buddy program for homework, and partnering with the community college system of New Hampshire to use their resources to introduce students to the benefits of higher education. Raya is currently a student at Phillips Exeter Academy. Those are our 3 nominees. That's so fun. I feel like I'm at a movie award. Alright. And the Dartmouth Health Community Impact Social Justice Award youth winner is Anthony Fosu.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's really humbling to be here. I think because first gen student, also just as a Dartmouth community member, you don't often get to see all parts of the Dartmouth community at large, but when you do come into these spaces, you recognize just how much there is in terms of the people here. And it's the people that really do motivate me, and I can see motivates all of us to really do the work that we do, to ensure that everyone has equal access to opportunity, equal access to care, and that everyone is empowered to pursue the things that truly matter to them. And so as I continue on the work that I do, I'm encouraged and I feel empowered as well. And I just want to thank you all for the work that you do to ensure that everyone does feel the same way. And I also just want to take the time to just acknowledge the fact that so many people from like my parents and the folks who've been supporting me, to the folks who've been organizing this, to just the folks on whose shoulders we stand on, have made this possible. And so this award truly goes out to all of them. So,
To be half so accomplished at that. Congratulations, thanks. So I get the distinct honor as well to read a commendation from a member of Congress, Chris Pappas, wrote us a letter, and I'm going to read it to you all now, so tuck in. All right. Dear friends, I write today to congratulate Dartmouth Health on holding their first annual Community Impact Social Justice Awards, which has been a mouthful for me for a while. This event, honoring leaders of social justice in our communities, highlights critical work being done across New Hampshire to create a more equitable and inclusive world. Each of these award winners exemplifies the hard work we wish to see in empowering marginalized communities. The work of Dartmouth Health's Black, Indigenous, and People of Color Employee Resource Group in promoting diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging is an important effort to support workers and contribute to the community. As both a healthcare provider and educator, Dartmouth Health provides high-quality care for each patient, regardless of their income or situation. I commend this healthcare system for its 200 years of setting the standard of care in our region and across the country. As the representative for New Hampshire's 1st Congressional District, I remain committed to expanding access to high-quality, affordable healthcare to all Granite Staters, securing federal funding for evidence-based, integrated mental and physical health services will continue to be a priority. There is still much work to be done to address the health disparities and inequities that affect public health, but I'm confident in the dedication and commitment displayed by Dartmouth Health and look forward to seeing all that they accomplish in the years to come. Congratulations to the award winners, and please do not hesitate to reach out to my office if we can be of assistance. You heard it there, folks. That's around. Everybody having a good time tonight? So much food, please eat. Good Lord. So for our next award is our Community Award, Member Award. And it is being presented tonight by Amanda Jordan Smith, who is the program lead of Volunteers in Action at Mount Escutney Hospital, and she is also a member of the BIPOC Employee Resource Group. So Amanda, please take it away.
Good evening, everyone. As Angelica said, my name is Amanda Jordan Smith. My pronouns are she, her, and it is an honor to be presenting the Community Member Award here at the first annual Dartmouth Health Community Impact Social Justice Awards. Our 3 finalists truly exhibit the characteristics of leadership, working to raise their voices and galvanize others into action. Our communities are better because of people like Kile Adumene, Kevin, Coach Christie, and Emmett Soldati. Kile is the founder of Manchester Community Action Coalition, volunteers who work together towards the engagement of BIPOC-led grassroots organizations in Manchester and the surrounding areas. Kevin has made an impact through decades of service to his community as an educator, a politician, and as a community volunteer. And Emmett is a small business owner, activist, and advocate for the LGBTQ+ community here in New Hampshire. When I think of social justice, I think about how imperative it is to maintain intersectional solidarity. As Coretta Scott King said, freedom and justice cannot be parceled out in pieces to suit political convenience. I don't believe you can stand for freedom for one group of people and deny it to others. And I hope we are all inspired to speak up, protest, and make a difference in whichever way we can, because as L.A. Weissel wrote, there may be times when we are powerless to prevent injustice, but there must never be a time when we fail to protest. All of our finalists tonight have shown the strength it takes to create change and be a beacon that others look to for inspiration and hope. On behalf of all of us, I'd like to thank all our finalists. And now I will read out the winner of the award tonight. And the winner is Kile Adumene.
Hi, Kile was unable to attend this evening due to a prior commitment, so Jenner Basso is going to accept it on her behalf. Kile did record, thank you, and that will be played momentarily. Okay, good.
She has a recorded message, but I just want to highlight the contribution of Kile Adumene. I have not personally met her, but her works it's just Kile in the community. She's killing it, actually. But I also want to say that Kile is going to be sitting as one of the board members of the Society of Internationally Educated Nurses of North America, which is first to be created this year. So Kile, congratulations. This is another feather in your cap, and I hope that you will continue to inspire us all. I don't know how we can play her recorded message. Oh.
Good evening, everyone. I'm so sorry that I couldn't be there in person. I thank those of you who nominated me for this award. And I also want to give special thanks to those who have volunteered alongside me and have worked alongside me in these past years. No one made changes, no one saved the world. We all do this together. There's no one of us who is a hero above the other. So I am very grateful for the opportunity to be noted and to be celebrated for the work that we continue to do. And I also joining in the celebration with all of you who are doing amazing work day in, day out. Thank you, Dartmouth, for this opportunity to be celebrating people who are doing amazing work in our state, in our communities. God bless.
Hi, I'm back. All right, I've got some awards to some certificates, just for for those who are nominated and are here and who are Dartmouth Health employees. We thought we would just recognize those who were nominated with a little gift. So Amanda Jordan Smith. Jessica Smith. Emmett LeBlanc. And Ricky Dorsey. I believe I'm welcoming right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, is Dr. Joanne Conroy, CEO and President of Dartmouth Health, the Dartmouth Health System. So please give a warm welcome to Dr. Joanne.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here. There is a lot of food, and remember, part of this is networking, appreciating people, and fellowship. So I expect all of you to leave with full stomachs. First of all, I want to acknowledge all of the nominees and the finalists, and certainly the BIPOC ERG organizers, Alicia, Ricky, Amanda, Sharon, Angelica, Klaus, and Lisa. None of this would have been possible without their efforts. So please, a round of applause. Amanda's comments were really very appropriate for the era that we're living in. I mean, how many of you actually open up your news feed in the morning and wonder what type of craziness we are going to have to address? Attacks on transgender health, women's reproductive health freedom, legislators that are trying to prevent gun violence in states. It's sometimes you just wonder what's happening to our country. But at the same time, there's so many people, like the people in this room, whose DNA is firmly based in social justice, willing to take a stand, willing to be both public and privately effective in changing how we actually approach these difficult issues in our community. I would say that this event is the first of many to honor those that are demonstrating leadership in both community service and advocacy. And, you know, they walk the walk. They have been nominated because of what people have observed, not just what they say, but what they do. They are role models, because I'm going to tell you it takes courage and strength to inspire other people to stand up. And often the things we say may not be completely popular. Having written a op-ed about Dobbs and had to deal with some board members that didn't like it. But you know what? You have to stand for something. You all have to stand for something. And it's important for a lot of us to be in meetings when we have to remind people of that. Even at the American Hospital Association, I've had to kind of talk to the CEO that tries to manage the political environment in Washington. And I said, Rick, you gotta stand for something at some point. You have to say, no, this is what we stand for. We actually stopped giving money to anybody that denied the election. And that was a big thing for him because, we have to play both sides of the aisle. But he did it. And it's important for everybody in the room to continue to do just what you're doing. And it reminds people that we all have choices. And we have choices that reflect our own personal beliefs and our beliefs that are seated in really social justice and respect for everybody that we work with. We should all aspire to creating a welcoming space and to advance social justice. And that involves examining our own beliefs and our habits. We all can be better. Taking positive action, which everybody in the room has done. Joining an ERG and supporting its goals. And reinforcing a sense of belonging in a community, because that's actually where we have a greater understanding of other people's perspective, is when you actually try to walk in their shoes. And I tell everybody that I mentor that it's important to stand for something, but it's important also to not get mad when you're talking with somebody who you disagree with, because you might miss an opportunity to actually change how they think. And often when you listen in a way to understand how they feel, they will give you that opportunity to flip them. And it's something that effective leaders learn to do. And I'm sure that everybody in the room has actually done that many times in their life. So in closing, please join me in recognizing the work of all the employee resource groups across the health system. Without them, this event would not have been possible. I look forward to celebrating this event in the future, when I expect we'll have 3 or 4 times the number of people in this room, and seeing the impact that all of you have on the communities that we serve. So thank you. I'm going to toss it back to Alicia.
Thank you, Dr. Conroy. Thank you, everyone, for coming. I would like to send a few special thank yous, first to Dr. Malcolm and to Dr. Conroy for your commitment to this event and your belief in us. It is truly, truly appreciated. If all of my BIPOC ERG members could, if you don't want to come up here, that's fine, but if you could please at least stand so that you can be recognized. Lisa, Anna, Ricky, Grant, how come you're not standing up? Abby, where are you? There you are. Okay. If it wasn't for this team of people standing around you, I would not be up here today. And this event would not exist. We have worked tirelessly the last 8 weeks to bring this event to you. We plan on making it bigger and better every single year. And we just want to say thank you so much for your continued support and acknowledgement of this work, and just for being here. It is truly, truly our pleasure to host you today and to see all of you out here recognizing the work that the BIPOC ERG is doing, not only for Dartmouth Health, but for our communities at large. So thank you all so much. As Dr. Conroy mentioned, we have a ton of food, so if I see anybody leaving who has not eaten, I will chase you down in the parking lot, FYI. I am not afraid to take my shoes off. And so please enjoy the last 50 minutes or so of fellowship and networking. We have Mark here who's going to do photos. So if I could have the other two award winners come up for a group photo, and then anybody else that would like to take photos, Mark is here, we have the banner. And I know that at least for my people, we will be taking photos, so be prepared. Thank you everybody for coming.